Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in the Fuzzy Biker garage. That right there is my hot rod Royal Enfield Bear 650. Check that thing out. Had a lot of fun on that yesterday. Did all kinds of roads, about 265 miles, all kinds of fun. But the suspension gave me some grief. So look what I got right there, huh? This is a set of YSS shocks. I went to Baxter Cycle today and I asked them what we can do about it. And this is what they said I needed to buy, so I got this here. How do we open this box up? There we go. It says YSS suspension, world class top line gas shock absorber. I don't think it's the kind with the reservoir on it. This is supposed to be made for the Bear. I think it's the same kind that I have on my Super Meteor, because that's what I wanted. Okay, they're all black. Check that out. YSS. All right, put that there. This one, same thing. Okay, so there's a left and a right, it looks like. We want this labeling to be out. Okay, what else came in the kit? Got this stuff here, which is, I think it's an adjustment rod. Big old rod to stick in that hole there to make the adjustments, crank it up and down. And Allen wrench, a couple of stickers, and a direction pamphlet. I will read that and get back to y'all in a minute. It looks like these shocks have adjustable preload, the length of the spring, and rebound. And I believe rebound is the rate at which the spring goes up when it hits a bump. Let's go over and look at the motorcycle now. These are the ones to be replaced. Got to take this off right here. Allen key, I've got that right there. And then I think this is a 14mm bolt down here. The bike does not have a center stand, so I'll have to put it up on this. Okay, I should be able to work with that. I'll go ahead and get this loose, and I'll get this one side. So I was able to get that off pretty easy. The bottom one, I ended up using a ratchet with a 14mm because it has a longer lever, easier to get the bolt broken loose. And I wanted it out as far as I could. But now I have to use a wrench to get it out the rest of the way. Okay, so the shock just kind of pulled right off after I get the hardware off. Check that out. I went ahead and installed the bottom section first. Seemed to me that would be more complicated. This was a little bit higher than the receptacle. So I reached under the subframe, pulled the bike up, and then that lined right up and I pushed right on. And then we'll just put this Allen screw right back in. And then, so the things to look for when doing this is the YSS is out, the YSS is out, tightened up, everything's installed. We'll worry about adjusting it after we get the other shock on. So I just put this bag on the other day, and I also put the bracket on. I'll have to remove this bag, remove that bracket, or get the shock off. Shouldn't be too much work. So after unstrapping the bag, it just slid right off. I wanted to show this bracket. That's something I didn't show when I did the bag install earlier. Now I'll unhook this, get this off, and away we'll go. Alrighty, so this side came off just like the other side, no problems at all. I got the new YSS shock in there and installed on the bottom. I went to do the top and I just could not get the bike lifted up. It sagged too much. So I went over, got a floor jack like this. I centered it underneath the bike. I didn't want the bike to lean one way or the other. And jacked the bike up just about to where it needed to be. And then I was able to slip this right there over the little protrusion that sticks out. So this side I didn't have to use a jack. Luckily I have this nice floor jack right there. Now I will get this bracket right here, this thing. Do my best to show this to y'all. Stick that in there and see what we can do about getting that installed. Hey, it's working, by golly. Okay, that's loosely on there. So this is still loose. This is still, it hasn't been tightened yet, either one. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on, and then I'll get back to y'all. All right, my friends, everything's nice and tightened up. Ready to go. I pulled the jack out from behind it. Both sides are done. I'll look it over again. So what I'm gonna do now is read the book and see what I have to do to get this adjusted out properly. And what I think I'm gonna do for the rebound, because that'll give me a range, set this on the same amount as I have my Super Meteor over yonder to start with. And then today is Tuesday. I've got a commitment tomorrow Wednesday it's supposed to be 70-ish in the 77 degree range. We'll take this bike out for a couple 100-mile ride, and I will get those things adjusted out very well. I'll keep this Allen wrench and that 14 millimeter with me, so if I have to do any adjusting on the road, I can take care of that. I'll also keep the tools with me to adjust this stuff up here. So what tools did I use? I used this 14 millimeter spanner, this 14 millimeter socket, short socket. A longer socket wouldn't fit on the exhaust side. I used this right here, which is a 6. It says a 6. Does that mean 6 millimeter? One of these, and then two 10 millimeters in order to get this bracket off right there. It all went pretty easy. Oh, I also used this jack. I had to have a floor jack. If you were doing this alone and had all the tools, you could probably do it in 30, 35 minutes. If you did it with help, probably 20 minutes. Went pretty well, went pretty well. So if y'all are interested in a pair of shocks like this, YSS or otherwise, need parts, accessories, semi-jigs, doodads of all types, motorcycles, Royal Enfields, doing used, Triumphs, classic birch bikes, coats, jackets, helmets, gloves, gear of all type, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Look at that. Isn't that just cool as heck? I love the way that looks. I just love that. Now, hit like and subscribe. If it's a beautiful day where y'all are at, get out and ride. Wahoo!
Wahoo! Wahoo!